Did you see what Scoop put in the chat this morning about the Knicks? That they have not re-signed a draft pick since Charlie Ward. Like every single first-round pick that they've had since 1994.
So they can't even keep their own players. That's why they can't get a
even
free
re-sign
agent.
their own
Nobody
players.
wants
That's
to go
why,
there. It's
and
crazy.
Look, Kyle, it's funny because I direct this right at Kyle because he's the one saying, "Oh, they got this young core and they got this nucleus and they're growing." They always have this kind of thing where they got their next best guy and then got the next thing. Like they had the Porzingises of the world, and I get that it was a bust of a pick. But then they got Frank Ntilikina, and everybody's thinking, "Oh, he's the next. He's a great defender. Oh, we're gonna build around him." He's gone. They can't keep anybody in New York, and I think it's because James Dolan sucks. And until that guy, we were talking about owners before sucking in this world. James Dolan is the reason why half these guys aren't sticking around. They haven't kept a number one pick since '94. They've all been gone, traded, released, let walk. Like
to be fair,
what are we doing?
To be fair, a lot of their number one picks haven't been good either.
So how do you get confident about that? So like, am I confident that the Knicks are going to trade up today and make a big splash in the draft? No. And even if they do, bro. Even if they do,
maybe they'll make a push. Maybe they'll make a push for the wish version of Jokic.
Kyle said before that the Joker becomes a free agent after 2023. He's like, oh, maybe they're in play for that. I'm like, are you nuts? Like, nobody wants to come to New York at this point, bro. We saw it with Durant. We saw it with LeBron in the decision. We saw that nobody wants to play for this team. And then fine, if they didn't walk away and they got cut or traded, that means that the team is in disarray every single year. Last year, not this past season, the year before that, was a goddamn mirage, bro. This is why I can't get excited about the Knicks, because they just don't know how to build a team.
I mean, I knew it was a mirage, but
I'm saying you become a 4 seed, then you miss the playoffs. How is that building? How is that trending up? It's not. It's not. Like, that's the Knicks in a nutshell, bro. It's unfortunate. I'm waiting for the Knicks to make a splash tonight. But again, can you get excited? RJ Barrett, I like RJ Barrett. Don't get me wrong. He could be an all-star. I think he's that good. But what happens when his contract's up?
He might sneak into an all-star game in his career.
Maybe.
Bro, like, people want to go to Atlanta now in the NBA. People want to go. Nobody gives a shit about the Knicks. If they want to go to New York, it's more impressive to go into the Garden and light up the Garden for a night.
Right. I went into the Garden, dropped double nickel.
Nobody's like, oh, I can't
Nobody's
wait
like, oh, I can't wait to play in the Garden 41 times.
And I'm not saying that that's gone forever, because the Garden, if the Knicks are playing well, like, you're going to see the fans are so desperate for a successful team in the Garden that you saw what happened 2 years ago, where people get
New York,
overexcited thinking that there's an actual chance.
They're here.
And look, actually, I'm talking about it right now. Atlanta Hawks decimated him in the first round.
There's so many. Yeah, here we go. I mean, there's just so much coming in from Kyle. Mitch Barrett quickly topping. The Knicks have never had young talent like this forever. Or this ever. I don't know how you guys don't see the difference. You're comparing them to the Knicks teams who were in last place with no cap room. Dude, I'm just comparing this team to the teams that I've seen within the last decade, 20 years, where nothing's happened. So because you see a good nucleus, right? All these young guys, when their contracts are up or close to being up, they will be dished. They will be traded.
It's not like RJ Barrett's going to get offered a max contract to stay. And if they do, they're handcuffing themselves. So who's the guy out of the people that you named, Kyle, that you think is going to be, the guy that takes them to another level? When their rookie deal is up, is there anybody that you see them giving a big deal to in their second run?
It has to be RJ Barrett.
It has to be, but if that's the case, that's a terrible situation.
You can't go nuts on Obi Toppin. You can't go nuts on these guys. Mitch Robinson, yes, good players, fun guys to watch each and every night they're on the court. But this team is plagued. Okay, these are and no offense to the Jets fans, these are the Jets. Every time you have this hype with young, they don't deliver. And that's it. Like, am I rooting for the Jets this year to do good? Yes. But I root for the Knicks every year to do good. And this shit doesn't happen.